We know that in a game, good assistance can enhance the combat capability of a team and speed up the victory of the battle. Similarly, in the game of tunnel excavation, the service gallery can also shorten the construction period and speed up the completion of the project. But under what circumstances should service gallery be laid out? How to lay out service gallery? What's the function of service gallery? With these questions in mind, let's learn about the service gallery. Service gallery is a small section gallery additionally excavated near the center line of the main tunnel due to construction needs of long tunnels. Therefore, the length of the main tunnel, the topography, geology, and hydrology of the tunnel, the construction period and organization shall be considered in the layout of the service gallery. Meanwhile, these problems also affect the form of service gallery. By form, the service gallery is divided into a transverse gallery, parallel adit, inclined shaft, and shaft. In this lesson, we will mainly study the transverse gallery and parallel adit. Let's first learn about the transverse gallery, which refers to the gallery built on the side of and intersecting with the tunnel. The length of transverse gallery shall not exceed 1/10 to 1/7 of the tunnel length. Angle of intersection with tunnel centerline 40° 45°. At the junction with a tunnel, the bottom elevation is the same, and there is a downward slope of not less than 3 per 1,000 outwards for muck removal and drainage. A transverse gallery is preferred for tunnels near mountains, along rivers, or with thin lateral overburden on mountains. The layout position shall be determined according to the construction needs and topographic conditions. According to different sections, transverse galleries can be divided into 3 types: single lane section, double lane section, partial double lane section. Among them, single lane section is applicable to short transverse gallery for a small length of tunnel construction. Double lane section is applicable to transverse gallery for a considerable long tunnel construction section, and partial double lane section can also be used. Partial double lane section is designed for setting passing bays in appropriate sections of the transverse gallery. So what role does the transverse gallery play in tunnel excavation? First, when main tunnel excavation is affected by other factors, and the construction cannot be started from the entrance/exit of the main tunnel, the construction can be started from the middle of the main tunnel by utilizing the transverse gallery, which achieves the purpose of entering the tunnel in advance without affecting other parts of the work. Meanwhile, during main tunnel construction, the transverse gallery facilitates the muck removal and feeding of the main tunnel. The transverse gallery can also be used as a ventilation opening upon completion of the main tunnel, which has higher requirements for the transverse gallery. The parallel adit and the main tunnel are parallel to each other. The parallel adit is suitable for tunnels with a length of more than 3,000 m, and no other service gallery can be laid out. Parallel adit should be designed preferably on one side of the groundwater source, so that groundwater can be intercepted by parallel adit. The clear distance between parallel adit and the main tunnel is generally 15-20 m. That is, the distance between the inner sideline of main tunnel and the inner sideline of parallel adit is 15-20 m. Meanwhile, the longitudinal slope of the parallel adit shall be consistent with the longitudinal slope of the tunnel, and the bottom elevation shall be 0.20.6 m lower than the tunnel elevation of corresponding shenage, so as to facilitate the drainage and transportation of the main tunnel. In order to save cost, the cross-section of the parallel adit is generally made into a single-lane section. Passing bays are required at certain interval. The effective length of passing Bay is determined according to the length of construction vehicle, which is generally 1.5 times the length of construction vehicle. The parallel adit is connected to the main tunnel through the cross passage. The distance between cross passages shall be determined according to the construction needs and the progress of works, which is generally 121 ADM, and the location of the cross passages can be determined based on the location of refuge recess. Meanwhile, it is necessary to avoid unfavorable geological sections, such as faults and rock stratum fracture zones. In the section that is 500-700 m from the portal, the spacing of cross passages can be appropriately increased. The cross passage is generally an oblique crossing with the main tunnel, and the oblique crossing angle should be 40°-45 degree. If the included angle is too small, the surrounding rock in the included angle will be prone to collapse, and the length of cross passage will be increased. If the included angle is too large, the operation condition of the transportation line will be poor. In order to facilitate shunting and muck removal and feeding, a reverse cross passage is set every 600-800 m. What is the effect of parallel adit on tunnel excavation? Firstly, the parallel adit can be used for advanced tunneling, which can provide accurate geological conditions in front of the main tunnel excavation, and is conducive to changing the construction design and construction method of the main tunnel in time. Meanwhile, the existence of parallel adit is conducive to speeding up the construction and can be used as a ventilation drift or for drainage, lowering of water level, feed and muck transportation. The operation in the tunnel can also be carried out in sections to reduce mutual interference. Finally, the parallel adit constitutes the traverse network of construction survey in tunnel, which can improve the construction survey accuracy. Through the above, we have mastered the basic concept of transverse gallery and parallel adit, as well as the layout method of service gallery, and understood the functions of transverse gallery and parallel adit. Both transverse gallery and parallel adit are designed for the safer and faster completion of main tunnel. So in the future, we need to make concrete analysis of concrete problems and take corresponding measures. When selecting service gallery, the factors such as length, terrain and environment of the tunnel shall be fully considered to ensure the safe completion of the main tunnel, reduce the cost as much as possible, and improve the later utilization rate of the service gallery.